Okay. Let's just throw this up real quick. And then we'll get started. I see an annoying girl running toward me from a distance, waving her arms in the air, like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this. But starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. If she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Tell you, maybe only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You said that like you were thinking about ignoring me. I mean, we were. We were. That's mean. I'll do it again. Cute party face, though. People stare at you for acting weird, and I don't want them to think we're a couple or anything. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me, after all. I guess you don't have any need to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. Oh, by the way, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Well, that's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I, though? Sure, it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. She likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average, while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. Gets you off my back. No promises, though. Will you at least promise you'll try a little? I guess. I'll promise you that. Why did I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. She wants me to check out some clubs. Guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Oh, she must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming to the classroom, but I saw you sitting here spacing out, so I came in. Oh, and there's Amity with the big fat I love you 3000. And Amity, I love you 3000. How's it going? Welcome in. How's Tuesday going? Hope all is well. Give me the polls there. Feel free to take one. They're not for me. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. The audacity of this girl. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come join my club. There's no way I'm going to your club. I think we're going to end up going to her club. Working on the low priority and procrastinating the high priority. Well, that's a mood. I don't like being seen like that. that's a whole mood. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. Yeah, so far I wouldn't have guessed. She'd be all about books and stuff. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. See, that makes a little more sense. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. Yeah, well, maybe you shouldn't have said that. Not to give you cupcakes in there. Cupcakes? Okay, say no more. I'm in. Don't make promises you can't keep. No, I disagree with me on this. We want the cupcakes. Can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. Yes. Super smart, real clever. 2 steps ahead, Sayori definitely planned it out. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake. Okay. Yeah, let's go. For sure, I had an order on Sunday, just not getting it packed. Worst bit is, had 3 of the product in stock pre-made. Oh no, just don't want to print a damn shipping label. That's a mood. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I wish I had cupcakes, right? If I go out shopping this week, there's like, we were in Cappy's stream earlier today. They're talking about cheesecakes, and I want to get the stuff to make homemade cheesecakes and cupcakes. Like, I got a real sweet tooth at the minute. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I'm only here for the goddamn cupcake. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about me. Oh, does she now? Did she talk about me? Seriously, you brought a boy? You look like the one that made the cupcakes. If I was to guess of the 2 which one makes cupcakes, it's definitely the little pink firecracker. Way to kill the atmosphere. Oh, what a nice surprise. How does she know me? Are we in the same class? Did I know her already? All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say, I'm waiting on my goddamn cupcake. This is what I'm waiting on. Natsuki, okay. So yeah, you were the one that made the cupcakes. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She is also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori. Yeah, you can just ignore her when she gets moody. She says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, smartest in the club. She's bashful. Yuri, who appears incomparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayuri and Natsuki. Well, nice to meet the both of you. Now, what about that cupcake? And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? Is that what she's called? That's right, do we? She smiled sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we're in the same class last year. Probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... Yeah, you too, Monica. Come sit down. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, got a little excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Oh, I'd love some tea. Oh, I would love some tea. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Sorry mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayuri. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the other corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayuri. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! She lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Oh my god. Oh my god. Kitty cupcakes. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Oh well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sarah grabs the first one, then Monica. I follow. Delicious. Sari says with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. Can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet, full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. But why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? Nah, she's a Cinderella. Figures. She looks like a typical Cinderella. I thought you tactically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you, you know, you dummy. Right. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? She's absolutely right. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. Alright, I believe it. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. Okay. She faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? Honestly, I was told there'd be free cupcakes. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home. Okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm shocked, surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Oh, well, you know. That pose. I've seen that pose everywhere. Is this where it's from? To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You can put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. Really? You're telling me this school doesn't have a book club? The school doesn't have the most basic of clubs and societies you could find at a school or university, and it doesn't have a goddamn book club until now. I've read that a little far-fetched, but okay. Oh, posture check and stretch will do. Oh, much appreciated. Let's see if I can get my shoulders to pop. Not quite, but it felt real nice. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Alright, everyone? They're all on board with it. Enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have really worked hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of having a new member joining. Though, I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Oh, is she a manga head too? Looks like she wants to say something, but keeps quiet. Or is she a bit of a snob and is like, oh, that's not real literature. Grab a book, like a real book, no pictures. Not much of a reader, I guess. That can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favourites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. I'm on board. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up when she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. Desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that. For someone as gentle as you. Well, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Well, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sherry sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Does she have some sort of complex about being as small and adorable looking as she is for her age? Yeah, you write your own poems? I guess, sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Avert her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too then, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. She talks the talk, but she won't walk the walk. Yep, it's the same for Yuri. She's not ready to show her writing off just yet. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now we have a new member. I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. I haven't agreed to join yet. I'm just here for the cupcakes. Yeah, there's still one problem. I got my cupcake and I'm dipping out. Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. Yeah, I never said I would join. I said I would come and have a look and get a cupcake. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lost my train of thought. Oh, they're all glaring at me. Oh, they're staring right into my soul. Stop that. Stop that. All four girls stare at me with dejected eyes. Oh no. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? Am I being guilt-tripped into joining? I am, aren't I? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Sari wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. You really did scare me there for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed. I did just come for the cupcakes. And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all... Imagine going to a club and having the club assign you homework on top of your homework. What? Monika looks over at me once more. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure. Might as well. that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls: Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. I mean, you're already close with Sayori. Like, you made a whole point to be like, yeah, childhood friends and etc, so... Unless he's looking for a budding romance, but... Honestly, I'm more on board for the cupcake and the tea. Yeah. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Do I have to write it myself? It's time to pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay. Universe, portrait, uncontrollable, lollipop, tears, variance, marshmallow, fear, infallible, effulgent. What does it mean that their little caricatures bob back and forth? Is that like me trying to get a read on who likes what? Okay, I think if they look to the right, they like those words, and if they look to the left, they don't like those words. Because if I do marshmallow, I'm pretty sure Natsuki is someone that likes marshmallow, and she'll look to the right. Yeah. And then if I go to fear, I want to say Natsuki will look away, and Yuri will look to the right. I've no idea. I don't know who likes which words yet, so I'm just gonna go with fear. Oh wait, I had fear and Sayori jumped. Fear, hurt, strawberry, sadness, lust, aura, unrequited, tragedy, laugh, cheer, adventure. We'll go with fear and aura. Fancy, peaceful, time, charm, rainbow, incongruent, cry, intellectual, heaven sent, forgive. Ooh. Forgive. Milk, whirlwind, candy, eternity, Doki-Doki, journey, party, massacre, whisper, sing. Whisper. Captive, daydream, music, excitement, dark, ribbon, broken, sunny, blanket, extraordinary. Captive. Dance, her, boop, mouse, lucky, chocolate, shopping, skirt, games, dazzle. Dazzle. Sugar, judgment, family, giggle, flower, crimson, despise, desire, agonizing disown. Judgment. Twirl it loud, romance, treasure, childhood, bed, puppy, sensation, vacation, pure. Let's go with treasure. France, clouds, waterfall, wonderful, starscape, dream, destiny, incapable, passion, rose. Dream. Vivacious, tone, joy, pleasure, cute, socks, bubbles, warm, existence, whistle. Atone. Hope, peace, fantasy, comfort, lipstick. Unrestrained, vivid, fickle, precious. Headphones. I'll go with peace. Empty. Poof. Marriage. Depression. Determination. Alone. Pink. Grief. Graveyard. Anger. I'm gonna go with empty. Vitality. Bliss. Prayer. Jump. Question. Sparkle. Tenacious. Cheeks. Fireworks. Disorientated. Prayer. Fluffy, clumsy, special, melody, memories, pout, philosophy, explode, unending, smile. Memories. Disarray, spinning, jumpy, shame, hop, parfait, insight, scars, color, analysis. Scars. Kitty, calm, sticky, swimsuit, sweet, amazing, sunset, nightgown, inferno, awesome. Calm. Silly, electricity, meager, kiss, beauty, death, secretive, misery, heart, suicide. Kiss. Flying, embrace, lazy, misfortune, infinite, rain cloud, wrath, heartbeat, unstable, fun. Embrace. Happiness, anime, essence, contamination, defeat, papa. Afterimage, vanilla, melancholy, imagination. Defeat. Covet, vertigo, nibble, vibrant, holiday, hopeless, valentine, nature, flee, uncanny. Covet. I think I got more reactions from Yuri and Sayuri than I did, like they were even, and I think I got like 2 or 3 from Natsuki. Glad the seed didn't run away on us. Don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everybody's already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive head first into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayuri told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Oh, she was told she finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back to her seat. Don't worry, guys. Zen always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayuri, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Zen can be good friends too? Oh, Sayuri. As usual, Sayuri seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, you're even brought me something today, you know? Don't be shy. It's really nothing. Oh, what is it? Never mind. No. Sayuri made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Well, what do I do? Sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess it means it's up for me to rescue the situation. Don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Well, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright? Here. She reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention unless you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How did this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like despite me not reading much. Thank you. I'll definitely read it. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book, and I can't help but notice her intense expression like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slump down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? Read the goddamn book. You were just given a book. Read the fucking book. Not that hard. Guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. Yeah, exactly. Get a start on it. Read the blurb, or at least, you know, the first chapter or two. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably going to seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual, then just call it a book club. But it's not like that at all. We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem though. Well, what do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up first. And after they come, we can speak the thing with creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? 100%. That's how they got me. That's how you got me. You got me with cupcakes. Just roll out the cupcakes and they'll just come flocking right in. What kind? Well, I guess we could. Exactly, cupcakes. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. She makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. Suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're stand-up lady again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're going to have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. And don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. I know. You're always looking out for me. What I do best? That's a problem. But what about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. It's not very convincing at all. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? That's a secret. Newt. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. She glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger, but nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. They're just not going to be as blunt as to say it. Yeah, nobody's going to tell you because they don't want to embarrass you. They're just going to be as blunt as to just say it like that. Fortunately, I don't really care about that, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up? Seriously. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean to you. Just go for her throat, get her right in the jugular. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking about how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Okay, now you'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. Have you ever buttoned it? Would you have noticed sooner that it didn't fit? What are you smiling about? It just means my boobs got bigger again. Figured. You look much better now. So, why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? It's so stuffy. Not worth it at all. She hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Well, that was a waste of time. So much better. She puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? Why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. What fucking logic gymnastics is that? Well, anyway, just try to focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Hang on, so we go to bed earlier than her and still wake up before her? Or no, we go to bed later than her and still get up before her? I guess we're really better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again. But I was joking that time. It's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote? I can't wait to read yours. Same. I feel to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? I did. My relaxation ends. Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration, since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition book. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly complies while reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Sayori. Definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. Oh my goodness. This is so good. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. You sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? That's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's your poem. And that's what makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. She hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird. Just really happy that you wrote one. Just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Huh? Yeah, of course. I really fit into it, yet it doesn't mean I'll break my promise. It's like I said before. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something only really good people do. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'll hold you to it. Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Okay. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Yeah. Did you wait until this morning to write this? Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. At least that makes me feel better about myself. Still tried my best. Alright, yeah. That's not to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yep. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. Get all cranky. I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah, but next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. I guess I look forward to it. I think Yuri was the other one that really liked the words I was choosing. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry, I forgot to start speaking. That's fair. I do that too. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Mm-hmm. But why do you ask? Just making sure. Guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. She buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there's a specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone. She sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something that you can be blamed for. There's just so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased high. Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do, I'd love sharing. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh my god, ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. Must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening hue of the future, I bathe. Calm's breathing are the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Is there a way to see this without it being cursive? So I know that I'm reading it right? No? Okay, cool. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. But what are you talking about? It just took you a long time to read. Yeah, no, I just don't read script very often. Your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. Really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all. Really? A ghost in the title, I'm pretty sure. Must have totally missed the point. Suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. Hadn't thought of that. Impressive. Nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I'll just have to keep trying. Counting on you. Natsuki. That's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. You might be a little harsh there, love. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need you to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. That was odd. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yeah, exactly. It's like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write a poem about it. I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So she did. Yeah. More went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? I guess not, but okay. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I can only show it to Monica. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. I'm glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? Kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, we're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But if it's that sort of barrier that we can all learn to get past soon. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. Makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. That may be the case. But there's also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. Sounds like you two really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. Sure you're not reading into it too much? Could be. Gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing is kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? That is totally unexpected. Each to their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure it'll end up trying different things too. I could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this, and that's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kind of styles, but I always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Well, don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. It doesn't mean I always have to feel that way, you know? Alright, let's read it. Hole in the wall. Couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A nosy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I never know, I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, can't see. I read blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. whole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. Okay, I have thoughts on that. Yeah, what did you think? Very free form, if that's what you call it. Not really the right person to ask for feedback. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten very popular nowadays. This is a lot of poems that have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany. Yeah, something like kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like this because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you just get a big dark puddle of ink. So if you move your hand and go with the flow, that's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Good advice, I think. Guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. It was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone was judging me by my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sighed. Guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with his language? Did you say something? No, nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. And yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feelings of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks. But it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Zen did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all... Whoa! Going on the attack. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Zen liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? Didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what... You're just... She stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Zen appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Why am I getting caught in the middle of this? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as that started showing. Oh my god. That's a little... This doesn't involve the two of them shouting. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then she wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning would jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain to her. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and the meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right? Well, how did I get dragged into this? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with will probably think more highly of me. Sayuri. Everyone's fighting is making Sayuri uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayuri wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being, she would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes you. Oh my god. I just want everybody to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sayuri stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll go make some tea. And Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayuri is vice president? I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, it might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayuri's amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be in her head, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes the two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president regardless of what she says. Oh, here's redeem. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. How about you? I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. Do I even want to impress anyone though? As far as I'm concerned, I'm still just here for the tea and the cupcakes. That's it. About what happened earlier. Oh, what do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. You know, nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? I just have to see what the future holds. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Let's do this. I have to write another one? Yeah. Okay. Incongruent, entropy, ambient, hop, together, kiss, beauty, whirlwind, bubbles, flower, whirlwind, games, sweet, scars, pout, unstable, time, misery, fun, swimsuit, uncontrollable. Is it the same word bank that it just picks from? Because a lot of these are the same as before, but not the same page. Let's go with games. Valuable, fluffy, fear, dazzled, holiday, tears, whistle, breathe, childhood, starscape. I like starscape. Adventure, Doki-Doki, fantasy, insight, philosophy, shopping, passion, bunny, destiny, play. Fantasy. Cry, summer, prayer, anger, horror, sunset, cage, fireworks, disown, extraordinary. Sunset. Depression, disarray, headphones, socks, flee, rainbow, determination, vibrant, friends, vivid. Rainbow. Journey, heartbeat, awesome, romance, hopeless, precious, music, question, fireflies, and hurt. Music. Getting a lot of reaction from Sayori again. Lollipop, aura, charm, afterimage, waterfall, whisper, captive, unrestrained, family, lust. Lollipop. A variance, ocean, graveyard, frightening, covet, explode, sparkle, contamination, vitality, wonderful, ocean. Mirage, wrath, portrait, affligent, puppy, infinite, inferno, heaven sent, kawaii, her. Puppy. Pure, extreme, bliss, grief, pink, flagrant, nightgown, giggle, sticky, vacation, flagrant. Dream, forgive, dark, imagination, joy, vanilla, peaceful, blanket, pain, nibble. Blanket. Clouds, sugar, strawberry, email, universe, milk, marshmallow, raindrops, heart, sadness. Milk. Silly, party, dance, color, memories, candy, lipstick, eternity, desire, promise. Promise. Incapable, tragedy, comfort, analysis, lucky, climax, ribbon, massacre, empty, defeat. Lucky. Melody, landscape, hope, misfortune, sunny, skirt, spinning, feather, bouncy, bad. Bad. intellectual, cute, nature, melancholy, skipping, laugh, secretive, uncanny, parfait, disorientated, parfait. Despise, cheer, love, smile, broken, rain, cloud, calm, alone, meager, excitement, smile. Valentine, book, warm, judgment, chocolate, vivacious, disaster, treasure, flying, anime. Let's go anime. Sing, special, death, anxiety, embrace, poof, tenacious, crimson, unending existence. Crimson. I think that was the only time Yuri had a reaction to a word. It was the last one. Another day passes. It's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Looks like you're in a good mood today, Sayuri. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. Pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? Nah, I'll pass. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't you take a look at your purse? Why that all of a sudden? No reason. She's broke. She's broke. I was trying to get us to go with her so that we'd end up having to pay for a snack. I just want to look at it. She nervously retrieves her coin purse, fumbles with the latch and gets it open, turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall. See, I knew it. I knew it. I can see right through you. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming into the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. There's one more thing. You're always hungry. So that only leaves the one option. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Don't get me involved like that. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I get too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you can think that. Dude, you were right, though. I did something bad, and I have to accept the retribution. That. When I was reading the words, I said the word revolution. I was like, did I read that wrong? And then I looked at it, I was like, no, that's written there. That's not the word. I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. She already knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. You wouldn't come if it wasn't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that. She's absolutely right, though. I wasn't going unless there was cupcakes. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayuri in the face and tumbles onto the desk. A cookie. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayuri glances around. Is this a miracle? Is it because I paid my restitution? Actually, that one almost worked. I was just going to give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. So it was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. She rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. Bitter tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. She takes a bite of her own cookie. And yours looks really good too. Can I try it? The beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, what do you think I give you that one? Fine. I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Shuri gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and wraps her arms around her. I get it, jeez. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Did you seriously just do that? Mouth full, she trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. You're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. It's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. Pretty popular after all. You don't think she has I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's not true. Excuse me. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. Didn't mean to be late. Hope you guys aren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? She quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. Why'd she look at me? Held you up anyway. Well, my last period today at study hall. To be honest, I kinda lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You'd have never rang the bell, at least. You'd have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica, so is she like a jack of all trades? Jack of all trades and master of none? I don't really. I kinda just started recently. I always wanted to learn piano. You should play something for us, Monica. That's... Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down. She smiles sweetly. There's that pose again. Chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm going to go get some supplies from another classroom. Want to come with? Supplies for a book club? Well, you know, the festival is coming up. Me and Monica are going to make some posters and stuff. So I need to find some crayons and markers and glue sticks. Oh, I see. I'll go with. Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Are you going with Zan to get supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with them. But I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay, it was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Sayori and I exit the club room. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. What exactly are we doing at the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. We're gonna do a poetry performance. A performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone's gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poem. That sounds... not kinda dull, but that sounds terrifying to me. Yeah, so the festival's gonna require quite a bit of work. Sayori spins herself around the hallway again. The classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission? Okay. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to hold myself up in my room more and more. So going adventuring with Sayori brings out a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet and I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons. The best brand too. Kinda dirty though. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted, we still need to find. Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Oh my god. Dropped crayons and smacked her head in the shelf. Oh my god. And the crayons spilled everywhere. She's a bit ditzy, isn't she? She clutches her forehead. It's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori's sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands. But it hurts. You just do it for a second. Slowly releases her hands from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side. There's a huge red mark in the center of her head. A bump is starting to form. That's gonna swell. I should find you some ice. Where would I even find ice at this time? I guess a cold drink would do. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back. We're not going to see unicorns, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? Doesn't really matter since it will be used as an ice pack rather than to drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. I hand her the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. She opens the cap and starts drinking from it. That's not what it was for. It's for your forehead, idiot. Oh, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? She places the bottle against the bump on her head. It stings. Yeah, just burr with it though. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. It kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? Oh, what do you mean? You know how we used to play outside all the time. I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on some things you did, but sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I'd get myself hurt. I would fall and scrape myself or get a bump. I would start crying really hard. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found you. Even though it wasn't really your fault, you know. Did I really do that? You don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a little bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kind of like this time too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Don't think you realize it. You're always thinking about other people, even after all these years. You're rushing to help me even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that. I don't really do this thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever? Forever? Absolutely not. So it would be fair for me to make any promises. Yeah, after college, it's all game. Like, it's all up in the air. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know. Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead otherwise. Not if I had it under my bangs. Sayori hops to her feet. Clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Did you ever do that? Did you ever stand up really fast and then just get dizzy? Because you have a low iron in your blood or whatever. All the fucking time. Or like low blood sugar or something. You just stand up and get the spins. I hate it. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Plays with her bangs to try and hide the bump, but without much success. In a moment we make it back to the club room. Ah, you're back. Good timing. I was a bit ready to start sharing our poems. Your forehead. Okay, we should be back. Controller died, but we're all good. Swap the batteries over. Your forehead. She's fine, don't worry about it. I was playing with crayons and smacked my forehead into the shelf. Well, anyway. Were you able to find everything we needed? I have it right. Sayori frantically glances around herself. I forgot all the stuff. I have it all right here, don't worry. I found the poster paper too. Sounds like he ended up doing all of the work. Yep, I did everything you asked and then some. I failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it an adventure. In any case, good work. We'll start working on the posters tonight. Time to share poems. After making sure the crayon box is tightly closed, I return to my seat. Yeah, I think Sayori and Natsuki are the ones that would really like the poem this time. Sayori, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything, but your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one that feels that way, so... Not even Natsuki. Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much she likes something. I don't think that's it. So what do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. What? You're making it weird again. Just means that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things, like cooking. Let's not talk about that. I guess what I'm saying is that I feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. Interesting. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. I don't know if I understand. You never understand anything when I'm trying to explain things to you, do you? I pat her on the head. I'm not a kid, you know. You sure about that? She starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Will you give me your poem? I kinda want to keep it. Why? Because it's the first time you've written something for me. No, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write it for you. You're not even listening anymore. Whatever, I'll give it to you when we go home. And she broke her pencil. And bumps into us. I bent down to pick up the broken pencil. She clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's just sit down. I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Don't worry about it. I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way, down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night more dreams, friend after friend more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secret hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I dust off my bottle caps, it doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards, all over the floor. They were supposed to be my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Did she write about the fight yesterday? Is that what her poem is? She learned it from Monica. Makes sense. And I've really been in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. Almost kind of creepy, but I see that. Not exactly creepy. Maybe because I'm used to you being so cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. Seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Yeah, Natsuki. Let's go down the list. Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me, then back at the poem. By now, she must have read it more than once. Aren't you supposed to be bad at this? Is that a compliment? No, I mean, she struggles to find the words she wants. I just expected a lot less after what you showed me yesterday. That's all. Well, I guess I just got lucky with this one. Exactly. You just got lucky, Don't get used to it. You won't always manage to write poems this cute. I mean, well written. No, I mean... So that's how it is? My poem is cute. No, why are you smiling? It's not like I like cute things. She shoves my poem back towards me. Reading it again, I decided it's not so great after all. It's too cute and Doki-Doki. It would only impress, girls who like those kinds of things. For some reason, Natsuki is incredibly easy to see through. Well, anyway, you're gonna read mine, alright? Judging by your tastes, you'll probably like it a lot. You'll probably learn something too. Don't forget who the real pro is. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy tried to help me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross, she's gross, and the world is better off without spiders lovers. And I'm going to tell everyone. Again, is she also writing about the fight yesterday? It seems very thinly veiled. Yeah, it's a bit longer than yesterday's. You're just warming up. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Oh, of course. It's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. Oh, I see. Amy likes spiders, so no one likes Amy. Natsuki likes cute things, so no one likes... No, I see. Or she likes manga, she likes whatever. She's the proxy. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Exactly. Something that you're afraid if people find out they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone that makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. You're definitely right about that. At least, I can relate to that. And I'm not sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Is it my turn? Let's see how it compares to yesterday's. I see. It's a bit different. I respect you for trying different things. Yeah, she's not going to like this one. Were you inspired by Natsuki's poem? Or Sayori's, perhaps? Well, I guess you could say that. Thought so. I'm happy for you. You don't need to find inspiration in my poems. I write them for myself, not for anyone else. So I don't really need for people to like them or anything. Yuri. I'm sorry for being so blunt, but you're overthinking it. Just a little bit. Just because our styles are different doesn't mean I dislike your poems. In fact, if I tried to do something in your style, I would probably just do a terrible job. I see. My stupid mind, it likes to do that sometimes. Anyway, you don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings. And write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's certainly interesting technique. Thank you for sharing. I have, well, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Is this the poem you wrote for today? She nods and timidly hands me her poem. Oh my god, trying to read her cursive? My little rat eyes can't do it. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scattering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptoms. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects much more light off of my cutting knife, the very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic favoritism. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. Huh? It was a little more daring than yesterday's. It was very wordy. Her style is very, very wordy. A lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can begin to imagine what this poem is about. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, I can't even figure out what it's meant to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. That's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About being ridiculed for strange interests? She did? Mm-hmm. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yep. Sounds like you two have that in common. Well, that's interesting. To me, she seems like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. I have no reason to. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. You never know. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure. Here you go. I gave my poem to Monica. Alright. Pretty good. Makes me think of Sayuri, like the other one you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just there's that fucking pose again. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone, but Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then too. I'm not like unapproachable or anything, am I? No, nothing like that. I'm still just getting used to being here, that's all. Well, sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Does it want me to load the game, or is that just what it's called? Okay, now she's telling me that I should save the game. That jumped from the empty slot to there. What? Oh, okay. I thought that... Something extra planned for today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like I can put together anything in just a few days. Just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. We won't need more than a few decorations. Sayuri has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all. That doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Oh, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica. Hey, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayuri's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Oh, so it's like walk-ins they'll just allow for people that are interested can do it? Okay. You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think that it's bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. I'm right there with you. Guys, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. Yes, I kind of overlooked that, you think? I'm sorry. I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if that takes it standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. Guess that leaves me no choice. I agree, I do not. That is way too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. Yeah, no, I'm with the other two. Looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. What about you, Yuri? Dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Yeah, someone suffers from a severe case of anxiety like that. Don't put them in a situation where they have to do some sort of mass public presentation. It doesn't work. They're going to recite practice in their own poems in front of each other. This is too sudden. If you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. And then Sayori flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself, then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each of the lines she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? Yuri, I'll go next. Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over to the podium. This poem is called... She anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into your books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be the rare glimpse into the writing, the whirling fire that Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back to reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud her, but we were caught off so off guard that we just have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Maru. Sorry, I giggle. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made a perfect match. The poem ain't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, it probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew, through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be the other poems wouldn't work as well with that kind of delivery. I don't understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing for that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Who's next? Natsuki? Oh, she doesn't want to go yet. I'll just have to go with what I wrote before today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry I'm not as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Maybe. Alright then, let's just leave Natsuki. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. Wasn't so bad now, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do it again. Well, do you feel at least prepared enough to recite in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I could put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. That'd be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. Doesn't have to be your own. Already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this much effort for the club. It makes me really happy. And I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, so let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. I've been working out really nicely so far, I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. Hold up. There's a raid. A Riley raid. Welcome on in, folks. Let me give you the shout out. How are things? What were you doing? Let me do the shout out. Sims 4? Ooh, I haven't played some Sims in a long time as well. What do you get up to? Yeah, you trap some people in the pool, in the basement. Or you're on the higher things. Yeah, welcome on in, Riley and Raiders. Very much appreciate y'all hopping in with the raid, saying hi, lurking, etc. I hope your stream went well. We're just doing a little GDLC tonight. Honestly, probably gonna be wrapping up in the next 5-10 minutes as well, because I've been going a while and it's a lot of talking. my throat's a little. I mean, I've been drinking juice and water, but it's a lot of talking. Played some Rags to Riches. Ooh, so you start penniless and then just see where you can get to. I respect that. It's going good. It's a lot of talking and my throat's getting a little strained. But it's fun. Girls are all cute. Soundtrack's very cutesy. But it's yeah. So far nothing strange or unnerving has happened, because I'm aware that the game will do that at some point. Monica did give me a poem where the last line was "load me," so I loaded. I loaded the save file and nothing happened, and I think maybe she fucks around with that, but I don't know yet. We're just gonna play it by ear. Yeah, I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Psyching herself up. I get it. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club. And impressing Monica. Why am I all about impressing Monica? I came here for the cupcakes and I got my cupcakes. Then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go? Look at you two always going home together like that. Kind of adorable, isn't it? Oh jeez, don't make a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, you don't have to say. Whatever, let's go. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. Today, Sayori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. Just thinking about something from earlier. Like how we get to, fumbles a little with her words. So let's just say, one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. What would you do? What kind of questions that? She doesn't live this direction. Kinda putting me on the spot here. I'd still walk home with Sayori? You really think I would ditch you for Yuri? Would it matter? Yeah, it would depend if she lived in this area or this general direction. And what's to stop them from walking home as a party of 3? She's so beautiful and smart. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it even if she wanted it so. I've already made up my mind. Stop pestering me. I really can't figure it out sometimes. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? Conversation trailed off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about, but I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Okay, let's horror, fireworks, anxiety, journey, uncanny, agonizing, popular, restraint, portrait, shiny. Let's go with anxiety. Electricity, extraordinary, contamination, embrace, holiday, spinning, tragedy, flower, poof, smile. Go with electricity. Hurt, infallible, amazing, chocolate, sing, precious, nature, hopeless, unstable, beauty. Let's go with unstable. Intellectual, swimsuit, bad judgment, analysis, nibble, romance, cry, lollipop, dream, cry. Vivacious, dark, vibrant, covet, marriage, aura, jump, bubbles, effulgent, raindrops, jump. Daydream, pain, comfort, empty, hope, death, despise, secretive, friends, haven't sent. Her, tone, variance, vertigo, fireflies, broken, cage, marshmallow, misfortune, tears. Her. Twirl, headphones, peace, games, kiss, wrath, color, skipping, dance, determination. Skipping. Lipstick, fear, excitement, vivid, universe, defeat, vanilla, clouds, melody, forgive. With melody. Warm, infinite, nightgown, alone, sensation, vitality, graveyard candy, ambient, suicide. So go with suicide. Inferno, lucky, cheeks, flee, feather, loud, pout, after image, promise, bouncy. With pout. Misery, fluffy, rose, frightening, flying, cheer, sticky, prayer, disoriented, starscape. Fluffy. Calm, joy, ribbon, unrequited, melancholy, whisper, tenacious, to gather, question, unending. It's both unrequited, like an unrequited love. Fun, climax, skirt, sweet, disown, treasure, philosophy, crimson, imagination, playground. It's both fun. Scars, boop, boop. Kawaii, kawaii. Sunset, peaceful, captive, email, heart, silly, anger, breathe, lazy, rain, cloud. Go with lazy. Sadness, love, happiness, shopping, cute, Doki-Doki family, whistle, charm, parfait, Doki-Doki. Sparkle, clumsy, wonderful, sunny, hop, landscape, disaster, valentine, incongruent, I'm thinking, clumsy. Mouse, memories, special, essence, laugh, depression, lust, waterfall, heartbeat, extreme, depression. Monica's the last one in. Just practicing piano again. Starting this club and I'm picking up piano. Might not be determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you, and I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Weren't you just complaining about it yesterday? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part in the festival. Yeah, she's gonna hate those 10 minutes where she has to do something. Fried squid. You saying you don't like squid? You of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Mon Ika. Oh, yeah. Ika being Japanese for squid. That's not how you say my name at all. Oh, so that joke makes no sense in translation. Yeah. That's yeah. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as yours or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me, where is Sayori anyway? She's sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Sorry, don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Is everything alright? Of course, why wouldn't it be? She looks a little worried. just feels like you're a little off. Yeah, she looks a little off. There's something about that expression that makes me feel a little iffy. Sorry for assuming things. You worry too much about me. I'm fine, see. She shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright, if you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed and everyone back to their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must have been spending a lot of time together. Timidly approach Monica, who's shuffling through some papers on her desk. What's up? This might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? What do you mean? Maybe I'm reading a little too much into it, but she seems a bit downcast today. You think so? Can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. She's never really like this. She's always talked to me when things bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was very dismissive. I know it's not your problem, I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know. Well, maybe I'll try talking to her myself. You sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Sorry, me? She's worried. She's downcast and a little blue because of me. How on earth did you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but she talks about you more than anything else, you know. She's been so much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light has turned on inside of her. No way. Is she always like that? She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you. Oh, so we've only ever seen Sayori happy because she's happy when we're near, is what she's saying. So when we're not around her, she's down and sad. Is that also what's being implied? I said too much. Well, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget it, but I already know I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Okay. I think this is a pretty decent place to pick it up next time we do some Doki-Doki. As don't know if you can hear, but my throat's really scratchy after some very dialogue heavy moments, which is pretty much all the game is. Definitely enjoying it. Really, really digging the cutesy style to it. Looking forward to whenever the absolute mindfucks or whatever appears. But yeah, I'm gonna call it there for tonight. Once again, super duper appreciate everybody who pops by and says hello, and of course, once more, I'll give a shout out to Riley for the raid. Very, very much appreciated. If you're not checking her content out, feel free, very much encouraged to go drop her a follow. Super chill. And we're gonna raid out. Do stick around for the raid, you get some channel points for doing so. If you're not following on Twitter or joining our Discord, links are there for those that want it. It's very much appreciated if you do. And see, schedule wise, tomorrow we're back to some Cult of the Lamb. So yeah, we'll raid out and I'll see y'all for some Cult of the Lamb tomorrow at some point.